And what was it today? You just can't help it. That's okay.
All right, guys. So that is Elon Musk absolutely trolling the Twitter employees on his first day at the office of his new company, or what soon is about to be his new company, Twitter, because apparently the deal is expected to close on Friday. There have been reports that the banks are all coordinating to basically get the cash together to make this deal happen. So it looks like it's actually happening, folks, that Elon Musk is going to be the new owner of Twitter, maybe as soon as Friday, which means that, hey, maybe we're going to have free speech back on Twitter sooner rather than later. And that's going to come in handy right before the midterms. Maybe he won't make changes that quickly in terms of unbanning people. But even after the midterms, again, going into the next political cycle, I think that this is going to be a game changer. But it's also why Elon Musk is probably going to become a target from the Biden administration, as he already is under investigation, right, for his alleged misconduct when it comes to his deal with Twitter, his attempt to buy Twitter. The feds are investigating him for that, okay? But it looks like that investigation is probably not going to go anywhere because he's actually closing the deal here. And like you guys can imagine, the memes, right, that have been made about Elon Musk being at Twitter right now and the way that the Twitter employees are feeling are absolutely glorious, right? Because word on the street is that these Twitter employees are about to get fired, right? They are about to get fired. They're about to lose their jobs. And there was a new video that has surfaced after Elon Musk was seen trolling the Twitter employees that kind of proves the point that these people, when they go to work, it's kind of like it's play time and not actually real work. Take a look.
Welcome to a day in my life as a Twitter employee. So this past week, went to SF for the first time at a Twitter office, badged in. Honestly, took a moment to just soak everything in. What a blessing. Also started my morning off with an iced matcha from the perch. Then I had a meeting, so quickly scheduled one of these little pod rooms, which were so cool. They're literally noise canceling. Took my meeting, got ready for lunch. Look how delicious this food looks. Oh my goodness, I was so overwhelmed. Then made my way down to this log cabin area. I don't know what this is, but it was really cool. Played some foosball with my friends to kind of unwind a bit. Also found this really cool meditation room that I thought was super neat. I didn't do any yoga, but they have this yoga room if you are a yogi, so also thought that was really cool. Had a couple more meetings in the afternoon, had a ton of projects that we needed to knock out. Say hi to my teammates. Went to the library to kind of get some more work done. Obviously had to have our afternoon coffee, so made some espresso. And then before leaving for the day, had some red wine that's on tap. Went up to the rooftop and just honestly enjoyed the beautiful weather. So awesome trip.
Yeah, so that is how the Twitter overlords, the censorship overlords at Twitter are living, right? Because, I mean, that's what it is, okay? Because it's not working. It's living. And here's the thing. It's not to say that it's a bad thing per se that companies do that, right? I mean, that's the culture in Silicon Valley, right? These tech companies, these startups, the idea is that, well, if you make work as comfortable as possible, if you make it like home, then theoretically employees are going to want to stay there longer and they're going to want to work more without having to actually force them to do that, right? They're going to be happier. And if employees are happier, they're going to be more productive. That is the theory. However, that doesn't seem to be the case at Twitter, as reportedly, they're only working like 4 hours a day, right? In some cases, the guy said like 4 hours a week or something like that, right? So, I mean, they're not working that much. And that is a problem when you have a company like Twitter that is basically still a startup. It is a publicly traded startup because it does not consistently earn a profit. As you can see here from the earnings per share chart that we have available, they don't consistently return an investment for shareholders, right? So they don't really make money like that, not consistently. And when you're not consistently making money and you're still trying to find a business model that can work, I'm not sure if it is smart or wise to have employees that only work 4 hours a day or 4 hours a week that take weeks off because they need a mental health break. I'm not sure if you're running your company efficiently. Okay, I'm just saying that doesn't sound like you are working in the best interest of your shareholders. And the irony here is that the communists at Twitter who want to control free speech, who want to censor opinions that they don't like politically, it seems like they've learned a hard lesson about capitalism, right? Which is that in an environment like this, a capitalistic environment, a company like Twitter that seems to have a lot of room for optimization, for somebody to come in and make it more efficient, to actually come in and create a business model that is going to make money, because the highest expenses at Twitter is research and development and humans, right? The engineers, the employees. Somebody's going to see the inefficiency at Twitter, the obvious inefficiencies, and say, you know what? I can make this company leaner. I can make it operate better. I can make this company actually make some money. And that capitalist was Elon Musk, right? And because the communists at Twitter were not adhering to capitalism, right? They were not working in the best interest of shareholders. That is ultimately what led to their demise, right? If they weren't so pro-censorship, Elon Musk would have had no reason to buy the company, okay? As again, Elon Musk has tweeted here, he says, quote, "A beautiful thing about Twitter is how it empowers citizen journalism. People are able to disseminate news without an establishment bias." Ding, 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 ding. And citizen journalism is exactly what big tech hates. They can't stand citizen journalism. I mean, just look at how alternative news channels are treated on platforms like, YouTube, right? And other platforms. We don't get priority in the algorithm, right? If you Google search, Joe Biden or something like that, some major politician, you're going to get CNN, you're going to get MSNBC, you're going to get something that pulls up from a mainstream media outlet. There are certain topics, and I mean, social media has been transparent about this, where they say we want to prioritize what we call authoritative news, which is essentially we want to prioritize the mainstream news. Okay, we want to disincentivize people or make it harder for people to find alternative sources of news that don't adhere to the establishment narrative. And that is why Elon Musk buying this company and hopefully changing that dynamic is so important, because we're going to have a platform that does not prioritize the establishment. It is going to allow citizens to be on an equal playing field with the establishment. In the ideal world, okay, by not censoring political opinions and stories that go against, the establishment, for example, like the Democrat Party, what they did with the Hunter Biden story, which, you could argue could have affected the outcome of the election, considering how Joe Biden's son was allegedly peddling his father's influence overseas, which could mean that Joe Biden is compromised. That is a national security issue that the American people should have known about. We should have had a conversation about it. However, we didn't, because, again, this story was censored primarily by big tech platforms like Twitter. So, again, this is an absolute game changer if Elon Musk follows through, okay? And that's really the only question left. Is Elon Musk actually going to follow through? Is he going to unban people, and how far will he go? Will he go into Alex Jones territory? Nick Fuentes? I think it's obvious that he will unban Trump. Now, will Trump rejoin the platform? I don't know, right? I think he has his own issues with Truth Social. He might want to stay over there, right? But like I said, how far is he going to go? When you're talking about Alex Jones, you're talking about Nick Fuentes, all these social media platforms has pushed those guys to the far corners of the internet where nobody goes except people that are specifically looking for their content, okay? Him unbanning those people, right? That is going to signal that Elon Musk is serious when it comes to making Twitter a real public square. All voices will be allowed on the platform, even if they're considered to be the extreme of the extreme. That is going to be the litmus test. If he allows those voices, then you know that, okay, Elon Musk was not full of it. He's actually for free speech. He doesn't necessarily care about the consequences that comes along with that, because there are consequences in the sense that the platform may not be as advertiser friendly, which could hurt the profit motive, okay, theoretically. But we will see. We will see. Elon Musk is thinking about numerous ways to monetize the platform. I'm just excited to see what he does with it. I just hope that he does not take away from the core functionality of Twitter, and I think the best functionality of Twitter, which is news, okay? I think Twitter is probably the best place to get news on the internet quickly, right? To see what's trending and what people are talking about. So we'll see what happens, guys, but it looks like this is a small W that could potentially be a big W if Elon Musk executes for free speech. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.